beautiful St. Augustine, Florida.
You're more of a treasure hunter.
I don't think you guys are very good stewards of the history of St. Augustine.
Ready to do this?
Yeah, let's rock it, man. I had a friend of mine blown in half by one of these things.
This is called a thunder mug.
Oh, back up, back up. Boom, baby! America's history is buried in its soil. I'm former pro wrestler Rick Savage. My family and I run the top artifact recovery company in the country. Let's dig that hole, baby! No! My team are the best diggers in the world. Bob, Bruce,
Well, diggers go to hole.
and my son G. We dig up America's backyards, ready to go in, and split the profits with you. Boom, baby! We're in beautiful, sunny St. Augustine, Florida. St. Augustine is the oldest European settlement in the United States. It was settled over 50 years before the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock.
You're full of history.
Juan Ponce de Leon was looking for the Fountain of Youth. He explored into what is now Florida, coming to St. Augustine area, thinking he found it.
Find that Fountain of Youth, maybe we can throw a bob in it.
During its long and bloody history, St. Augustine was regularly attacked by everyone from the British to Native American marauding tribes and pirates. Its strategic position made it a flashpoint of history all the way up to the Civil War. No other area in America has such a diversity of artifacts from pre-colonial to the Civil War, and that's why we're here.
Well, what kind of stuff did they carry when they came over here?
The Spanish troops back in the 1500s often had metal armor. They had swords, obviously, knives, daggers. Plus, we could run into a Civil War artifact beside a Native American artifact underneath a Spanish artifact.
It's unbelievable how much stuff we might find then.
Yeah, there's relics here for almost 300 or 400 years. It's fantastic. I know we can find amazing artifacts here, but in addition to being one of the most historical areas in the country, St. Augustine is also one of the most protective of its history. There are 3 archaeological zones where it's illegal to dig. We always respect the letter of the law when we're digging, but we're going to have to be extra careful on this dig. There's $25,000 per person fines if you get caught in certain zones of St. Augustine.
Well, so long as we're not in the zones, we should be okay, right?
We're fine. But you have a lot of people in this area that view people like us as potential threats to the history and the integrity of St. Augustine. So this one really, it hinges on how I can present it to these people that we're not here to rape and pillage their city. Based on historical records and careful research of St. Augustine's zoning ordinances, our ARZ is a 3-block area outside the city's historical zones that was once the site of encampments for Spanish soldiers garrisoned at the famous fort, the Castillo. We'll be focusing on 17 private properties that have everything from pristine lawns to sandy lots on them. This is where the Spanish setup would have been. This is where the troops would have been. This is where the action was.
We're close to the fort, right?
We are very close to the fort. We just got to find somebody through here that's going to let us in.
Hello?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Rick Savage. I own a company called American Savage. We're in St. Augustine looking for artifacts left over from the era of Ponce de Leon all the way up to the American Civil War. We dig up the artifacts, we sell them, we split the money with whoever is nice enough to let us use their properties.
I think digging up my yard is a really bad idea. I don't think you guys are very good stewards of the history of St. Augustine. You just take it and keep it, right?
No, actually, the artifacts that are currently deteriorating under the ground, we bring them back out. We put them back into circulation where they can be viewed and learned from.
No, I think it's a bad idea, and I would just as soon you guys leave.
Okay.
Head on out.
We dig up any artifacts that we find, then we come back and split the profits with whoever is nice enough to let us use their property.
Do you know where you are?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're on the edge of the historical district.
There is archaeological districts that we're not allowed to go in. This is all private property, so it's at the discretion of the landowner whether they let somebody dig.
I don't think so.
As expected, the folks here are very aware and protective of their history. With the ordinances limiting the size of our ARZ, I have to make every door knock count.
Are you affiliated with any of the archaeological societies here in St. Augustine?
No, sir.
You're more of a treasure hunter.
Technically.
I'd rather you not at this time.
I don't even know if you're allowed to dig here.
Your property is not located in the historical zones?
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're obviously not from around here.
No.
But do you know where you are? I mean, I don't think that you're allowed to do stuff like that.
There are zones in St. Augustine that are covered by an archaeological ordinance. Yeah. Your properties are not part of that ordinance.
For sure. Nobody gets in trouble
we want with it.
or anything. Because
nobody can say a word.
It's a small town.
They may not like it, but it is what it is. And you get 20% of the proceeds of whatever we sell. So it's really an opportunity for you to make some money out of your property that you ordinarily wouldn't have thought about.
80-20 is not going to work. Not that I don't need the money. Everybody needs extra money and all, but 80-20 is not working. That just 50-50 is really all I'd be willing to do. I mean,
here's the thing. St. Augustine is not cheap by any stretch. I can go 75-25. I know it's not a lot, but 25% of something is better than 100% of nothing.
Well, let's do it.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there anything on your property we need to know about? Is there anything we should stay away from?
There's a big deck in my backyard. I'm all right if you put it back or pay for it to get fixed.
So we could literally take up the deck so long as we're willing to put it back.
Yeah.
Okay, that's no problem.
All right.
Then I'm going to grab my crew and get started.
Guys, we are in.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Let's get out. Let's get geared up. See what we can find.
Good.
I'm ready, man. Let's do it. I'm excited.
This property has 3 sections we're going to cover. The front lot, the backyard, and a big sand lot. First, we'll hit the front lot together. Bob and Rue will sweep the grass with the metal detectors, while G and I GPR the brick driveway.
Ready to do this?
Yeah, let's rock it, man.
A lot of metal readings.
I know.
Anything show up?
Nothing yet.
We got roots here from the trees.
Dig around it.
I am. We're going to dig under it. Oh, you got junk, boy?
It almost sounds like a big piece of metal.
I hear something.
I got an edge of something right there. I ain't got to the end of it yet.
What the heck is that? Oh, my God.
Oh, you know what that is? It's called a fascine knife. The Spanish brought this over. They used them as a weapon, 1700s.
So it was made overseas.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think it's worth?
Oh, $300 or $400.
Whoa, you're kidding.
I don't know. So we got anything else.
Nice find, buddy.
A fascine knife like this was carried by Spanish soldiers as a sidearm. It was also used as a tool to cut wood. Who knows? This blade could even built the Castillo.
I got a hit right in through here.
Run through again.
There's definitely something here. Look, about 6, 8 inches wide. It's about a foot down or so.
Nice. We need the big shovel. I want to pull the pavers up from the edge and work in. Yeah. We should be right here.
There's definitely something under here. That sucker's in there. What is it?
I don't know. I had a friend of mine blown in half by one of these things.
Looks like a damn little cannon.
Oh, my God.
What's that?
Wake up, St. Augustine!
That sucker's in there. What is it?
I don't know. Ho! Back up. That's a cannonball. I don't know if it's live or not. I had a friend of mine blown in half by one of these things. A guy named Sam White. He was a relic dealer and a good friend. I can't.
That thing's older than Bob. There's no way
It doesn't matter. There's the fuse right there. It's a wood fuse. I think we're all right.
How do you know it's all right?
Take a look in there. See that indentation? That's a wood fuse hole. Wood fuses are the safest because they deteriorate over time. If that had been a different kind of fuse, that would be a live cannonball. It's safe. It just scared the hell out of me, that's all. On the bright side of it, though, we just found a cannonball.
What you got, man?
I hear y'all yelling over here. What the hell you got?
Holy
Check it out, man.
Kyle.
Oh, it ain't live, is it?
No, it's got a wood fuse hole. This is a 12-pound Union cannonball. It's not Confederate. I don't see a mold seam anywhere around it. But this is the one that they would have used probably in a field gun.
Why would it be here from the Civil War?
Because this area was just as important as a stronghold in the Civil War as it was back during Ponce de Leon's day.
Aren't the Civil War shells worth more than the older ones anyway?
Yeah, the Civil War stuff's more popular. I mean, this is a $250 shell.
Nice
so
find.
it's a nice start.
That's a good find.
We've tapped out the front lot, and we're nowhere near our daily profit point yet. To cover the rest of the property as efficiently as possible, Bob and Rue will hit the backyard while G and I focus on the sandy lot. Valerie's property is less than 500 yards from the ocean, making this sandy lot the last remnant of the pre-development landscape. The sand here could be holding relics from as far back as St. Augustine's founding.
I'm not hitting no Bob. I can tell you that now.
I got something else.
You got a good reading there?
Yeah, I got something here.
I'm still not getting much back here.
I got something. Ah, it's a nickel.
You can dig nickels all day long, Bob. I'd rather dig old relics.
A sand scoop is 2 tools in one. We use it to dig and sift through the soil simultaneously. It catches any relics while letting the soil fall away. That saves us time and money.
Have any luck?
Tinfoil.
God, there's so much trash in here.
Tell me about it.
You know, I hate to say it. I bet you that deck's been there 15, 20 years.
Less trash under
Probably
it?
no
It's
trash under it.
older area?
Yeah, so there's probably no trash under it. But we got permission to take it apart.
I know. If there's something under there, it'll pay off. But not only do we take it apart, but we got to put it back together.
Well, we got to put it back together.
I'm old. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, but damn, how are we going to know if we don't do it? Well, I hope this is worthwhile. It's a lot of damn work.
Hit that side,
Yeah,
hit this side.
Start in the back, I'll hunt over here. Man, I'm getting readings all over the place here.
I just found.
Oh, cool.
You know what that is?
Yeah, it's a crucifix.
Well, I got that part of it. Is it worth anything, though?
Hell yeah, that's worth something. Check it out. See that skull and crossbones right there?
Oh, yeah.
The Catholic Church only put that on the crucifix between the 1600s and the mid-1800s. That was a symbol of Jesus' victory over death. The Spanish brought them over to trade with the Native Americans here. It was a way of trying to get the indigenous people converted to Christianity.
What's something like that worth?
Oh, man, we could probably get $300 or $400 for it.
Really?
That's a nice little piece, man. That is a nice little piece.
What you got, good reading?
Yeah, it's something deep. Burn. Oh, it's heavy.
It is heavy? You know what it looks like, don't you? Looks like a damn little cannon.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, it wasn't used for that. This is a thunder mug.
Thunder mug?
Yeah. It was a signal cannon.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like on a ship to warn other ships of either dangers or what by firing this off. They'd take gunpowder, pour it in, torch hole here, light it. This thing would light up the sky. I bet we'd get $1,200 on this thing.
Oh, man, $1,200? Oh, man, that's sweet. That's an awesome find, buddy. Good find.
Super.
Hey, G!
What'd you get? What's that?
Oh, my God.
What'd you get?
Hey, G!
What'd you get? What's that?
Oh, my God.
What'd you get?
Boom, baby! Wake up, St. Augustine! Woo! Yeah!
What is that?
Dude, this is a puddle or splash of gold. When the Spanish were in charge around here back in the 15 and 1600s, if you stole a bunch of Spanish gold, you didn't want to get caught with it. So you take these gold coins, you melt them down into splashes. Then, hey, who's to say where you got the gold?
That is awesome. What's that thing worth?
In today's gold market, this thing will probably get us 7,000, 8,000 smackaroos, baby. We left no stone unturned on this property, and it paid off with some unbelievable finds. But relics don't keep the lights on. Cash does. Unless I can make a profit during this negotiation, all of our hard work will be for nothing. We found some really great artifacts.
I normally don't buy St. Augustine recovered artifacts.
Well, we stayed on private property, and we have location records of where all the artifacts were found.
All right, what can I do for you today?
Well, let me show you what we got. First off.
Nice. This is a fascine knife. These were used by the Spanish. They were initially issued as sidearms for the light infantry and the artillery. It's a very cool piece, but what else you got in your bag of goodies?
12-pounder cannonball.
Nice. This is a Civil War Union cannonball. This is a really nice find. Impress me more. Oh, this is a thunder mug. It's in beautiful condition. It has a beautiful patina on it. And I'd say it's worth around $1,100.
I'm just getting warmed up.
The Spanish would carry these to the New World. They're called trade crosses. So this is a beautiful piece that really represents St. Augustine's wonderful history.
It's getting ready to get better. Hold out your hand.
You found this in St. Augustine?
Yes, ma'am.
5.76 ounces.
I'm happy.
I would be happy too. If this is Spanish gold, it should test between 22 to 24 karat. This is called the acid test. They have these drops, and it'll tell us what the carat is of this.
That's cool.
I'm gonna rub it on this block, and then I'll put the drops on. And if I put this on and it dissolves, then we know we're good, and we know it's Spanish gold. If you'll notice, the scratch I made on there is disappearing, which means this is 22 karat, Rick. This is amazing.
Yes.
Let's get down to the brass tacks. What do you want for this stuff?
So what I'm thinking, when I look at all of this is St. Augustine's history almost from its founding up through the American Civil War. I could have taken this gold to a precious metal dealer, but I wanted it to go to someone who would appreciate its historical value. So I want to give you a price that you feel comfortable with, and the number kind of going around in my head right now is $11,000.
Well, that's the wrong number. I'm thinking more $8,000 for the lot.
The gold's got to be worth close to $8 grand, and the rest of this stuff is almost like just throw-in stuff. All right. I give. How about 10,000?
I think you're killing me. I'm willing to go to 9 for the lot.
I'm at 10, you're at 9. Split the difference with me. Let's go to 95. That's a nice, happy, round number for both of us. You know you're going to make some serious money on this stuff, and I can go tell my crew that they can get paid.
I really want that for our store, but it's a deal.
You just made a big splash in my life.
Here you go.
Mimi was no pushover, but in the end, I found a great home for important pieces of St. Augustine's past and walked out with a pile of cash that'll let American Savage dig another day.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Now it's time for me to share the good news with one very lucky lady.
So your 25% is $2,375.
That's awesome. That's great.
This St. Augustine dig, after giving the homeowner her cut, we made a savage profit of $7,200. We were unable to secure any other dig sites in the area, making that our total profit. The permanence of history and the permanence of ink in the skin are two of the only absolutes in this life. And they're also two of my personal passions. To mark this extraordinary dig, I'm getting a special souvenir to take home to Rita.
I want to see tears.
You know, I made a living smashing chairs over people's head. Do you think I earned my man card?
Belly button ring hurt a lot worse, didn't it?
You're on fire.
Underground fight clubs, illegal surgery,
Doctor, put calf implants on.
a horse in a house.
Is that against the law?
Yeah, it is against the law.
Think your neighbors are bad? You ain't seen nothing yet. This Tuesday,
You got 3 days to move out.
eviction specialist Todd Howard and his team are the best at taking on the world's worst tenants.
You can't come back in here. You've been evicted. In our line of work, I ain't playing. There's never a dull moment.
Spike's World's Worst Tenants, an all-new series, premieres Tuesday at 10 on Spike.